Alright, this is Jared Courtney conducting an interview of Mayme Walters. Let's just start out by you giving me some basic information like when you were born and where.
I was born in Mount Sterling, Kentucky, April 10th, 1930.
So, what are some of your best memories from your childhood?
Well, my mother died when I was 3 years old, and my dad raised my sister and I. And he had a big dairy farm in Mount Sterling. Big, first electric milkers in Kentucky.
Really? I'm assuming you helped out here when you could. I'm assuming you helped out when you could.
We had to go to the barn with him. He wouldn't leave us there by ourselves in the,
So what kind of stuff did you do on the dairy farm for us city folk?
We just helped whatever he wanted us to do. My maiden name was Fogg, F-O-G-G. And now it's up there where the dairy farm, they tore the barn and everything down, and now it's a big subdivision, and it's Foggy Acres.
Fog? I gotcha.
Foggy Acres, and it's Fog Road. You never hear Fog Party anymore, do you? No. And then I went to school there, and then went to Midway College, all through high school and junior college. Yeah. You know, Midway, Kentucky. It was a girls' school.
It was, oh, really?
You had to have one of your parents dead or something. It was well, back then it was Kentucky Female Orphan School, and then now it's changed to Midway Junior College.
Huh.
Yeah.
So what is a junior college exactly? I haven't heard that term before.
A junior college is 2 years after your high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So like an associate's degree, I think we would call it.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, it's just 2 years after you finish high school.
Understand. When did you move into this area? I'm curious.
We moved here in 1951 in Gallatin County, out here on the hill. Well, see, back in when the war started in 51, if you had a son that worked on a dairy farm, they didn't draft you. And this Mr. Whitt come out of the mountains, and he had these sons, and he didn't want them drafted. And he offered my dad such a price for the farm that I told Dad, I said, well, just go find us, wherever you go, it'll be fine. So we had moved to out here on the hill, and out here in Warsaw. Gotcha. And then we moved down here in 1988. Yeah. Understood.
So let's see. You grew up around the era of the Great Depression and World War II. I assume that must have been must have affected your life extremely.
Yeah, it did. But my dad he was really strict, but it didn't hurt us. But he, I mean, you know, it was just, well, he was our mom and dad, because we didn't, her mom died when I was 3 years old. She got pregnant, and she fell off a kitchen stool and didn't tell anybody. And it set up uremic poison, and when the baby was born, her temperature was so high there wasn't any meat on the baby, and she died. Yeah.
Horrible.
I know, but it's just one of them things. You have to accept. But my dad was more, if he'd take us to the movies, we couldn't move out of the seats. And then when we went to Midway, when we'd have our proms, they were really strict. And if we had a prom, they'd let the boys from Millersburg, MMI, come over there. But we weren't allowed out of our chair in the library. So I'd had a little strict time. But it didn't hurt us. Nope, it didn't. Yeah, I've always loved animals. I've had a license for wildlife license for 38 years.
Really?
Raised 138 deer.
130? Wow.
Well, see, what happens is they have the game warden says that they used to have them out in the woods, you know, have babies, but they don't do it anymore. Now they come beside the road and have them, and then the mother gets hit by a car, and then I get the baby. And they take, in the fall, they take them all up, my animals, to Monterey, to a 400-acre wildlife place. It's all fenced in. They take them every year. Yeah.
Admirable thing to do.
I had a white buzzard this year.
Mm-hmm.
I had a white buzzard this year.
Did you ever see one?
Can't say I have.
Never did.
Had pink eyes. It was an albino. And this lady called me from Owington, and she said, "Maybe I'm going to Frankfort to pick up a white buzzard. I'll call you when I get back to Owington." And you know, they eat roadkill and stuff like that. Well, it wouldn't eat anything but like hamburger, but it wouldn't eat it until it sat out 2 days and smelled. And then it would eat it.
That's a different kind of picky eater.
I know. I know.
I bet you like this, don't you?
It's like that's like what my dad says. He talks like that.
What, like me?
Like, yeah, about animals and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a game warden over at Owington last summer call me and said, "Mayme, this is Jeremiah. You know I like you." I said, "What you got?" He said, "5 baby skunks." Said, "Mom just got killed on Sparta Hill." Said, "These are valuable. They're black with a white star." I said, "If they're valuable, why don't you keep them?" But the vet told me that when you walk up to a skunk the first time and it don't spray you, it'll never spray you, and I never was sprayed. But when they got ready to take them off, I made them pick up the whole cage and take it.
Got lucky there. I mean.
Yeah,
From what I hear, it's a little hard to get that stench off.
I
Just
bet.
a little bit.
We can tell when anybody been around the back there. Us not here, he'd let us know what somebody's been here.
Yeah, I bet he made it real clear.
Yeah.
So let's see, like World War II, this was a time of like rationing and so on and so forth. It's just hard for us to imagine, like nowadays, what that's like. Like they get little booklets and like, how did that work?
Everything was rationed.
Like anything, any resource, or?
Well, I can't remember.
Oh, I can understand that. It's been a little while.
Yeah, it had.
Let's see, when did you two get married?
We've been married 63 years. Let's see, what year is that? Well, I graduated in 1946, so it was after that.
46.
Yeah.
To the same woman. Dad still loves her.
We went, my daddy, of course, didn't want me to ever get married, but we were supposed to have gone to the Kentucky Derby, and we went off and got married. He about died, but anyway. May 2nd.
1953? Was it 1953?
Well, take 63 years from now.
Yeah, I mean, it was in my head.
Math class is over.
Yeah.
I'll calculate it later.
Okay, hon.
Let's see. So you graduated in 1946, what we'd now call a social. What did you do for a career?
Well, I just worked here and there, but I've been at the pharmacy up here for 47 years.
47?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, up there, I think.
Drugstore on the corner, yeah.
Behringer's?
Uh-huh.
When are you there?
Huh?
When are you there?
Till noon now. I'm down till noon now. I work from 9 to 12 now.
9 to 12.
But I've been there 47 years.
47 years. So you're still working your...
86 years old.
86 years.
Yeah. Yep, thank you. Goodness I can.
So, any memories from like your adult life you want to talk about, or other than your marriage, of course?
Yeah. Well, I've had a lot to go through with. I had lost 2 daughters, both of them 55 years old. The oldest one died. Her kidney shut down, and then the second one, she was the only woman elected sheriff in Kentucky. She was elected sheriff. She graduated from college with a degree in law enforcement, and she ran for sheriff here and was elected. And then she had died with cancer. And then I had a grandson that played ball, and one of the ball team was having a birthday dinner up at Union because they all different teams played, and he was up there at the birthday thing talking to some colored boy that was in our ball team, and this car slid in and it had skin heads written on the side of it, and he'd already hit 2 boys in Florence for talking to colored boys because he didn't like colored people. So he hit him over the head with a baseball bat because he was talking to this colored boy, and he was unconscious for, I think, about almost 3 weeks. And then right after that, he died.
terrible.
And then I had 2 great-grandkids that this guy came in this house up here on Weldon Way, and he had a knife, and he cut, one of them was 6 and one 8, he cut their throats. Both of them died. And then the oldest one saw it, and then when he saw that she woke up, why, he cut her 8 times, and she went out and called the ambulance, and they flew us into the Children's Hospital, and they had to sew her up everywhere, and she screamed that night, "Mama, it's going to cut me again." And finally, they had to put her to sleep. But now she's married and has a child of her own.
I'm glad to hear she recovered.
Yeah, it was hard.
I bet.
Yep, it was.
How many children did you have?
Had 2 girls.
2 girls.
3 girls. I've got one still living. I forgot her. I had 3 girls and one still living.
So what was your parenting policy? Were you like a strict parent or kind of lax?
Yeah.
Pretty strict?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
pretty strict, like mine was.
Spare the rod, spoil the child, is that the quote?
My daddy was really strict, but he was a wonderful person. And then when I went to Midway, I mean, if they caught you chewing gum outside of your room, you was in big trouble.
Oof.
So, just have to go along with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And now you can chew chewing gum all you want.
Yeah, shoot. Yeah, I can.
So you're 86 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
What's your secret to the long life?
I don't know, honey. I've been happy. I mean, I have never, I don't even take medicine. I've just really been blessed with, really haven't had a lot of trouble. I had more when I was growing up, more surgery and stuff, but I haven't for years and years. Mm-hmm. Yep. So.
Sounds like you're just naturally healthy.
Just thank God every morning and night that I can still go.
Good policy. So are you active in the church or?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you go to?
Methodist, Warsaw Methodist Church, right there across from the dollar store.
Mm-hmm.
On the corner.
From what I can tell, you're rather active in a lot of communities. Tend to see you around.
Yep.
So what inspires you to help out so much?
Well, I guess because I've been blessed, so why shouldn't I help other people?
Wonderful attitude.
And I have a homemakers tomorrow night at the nursing home. I have a homemaker club. And they really enjoy it. And they tell me every month what they want to eat next month, and we make something each time. And so they want banana pudding tomorrow night.
I love banana pudding.
Sounds good.
So they enjoy that. Some of them don't have anybody out there. So, just thankful I can do it.
It's good of you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, what changes in your lifetime most amazed you? What ones are you most grateful for? I've actually gotten a lot like the washing machine.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
Yeah, I guess so.
Mm-hmm. Any other ones that kind of stood out to you? Any other?
No, not really.
I mean, I can't imagine the changes you've seen in 86 years. I mean,
I know.
I can't imagine living without the internet.
I don't have internet. I hear enough going on where I am and working. I don't have the
True.
Oh, I don't have internet. Nope.
Gotcha.
I'm a little old,
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, is there anything else you want to add?
No.
All right. Well, thank you for the interview.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.